Hey there, awesome physics students. Let's talk about density. Now, this is mostly in the context of fluids, but this applies broadly to solids, liquids, and gases. So density, the definition of density, and I'm using the Greek letter rho for this, so that's not a P, that's a rho, Greek letter, and I'm making that all in one stroke. You know, it doesn't have a stem here like a P would. The density is just the mass divided by the volume that the object takes up. So you can see for things that have a large mass in a small package, a small size, the volume is going to be small. They're going to have a large density. And things that are big and fluffy but don't have a lot of mass, so they have a large volume but not a big mass, they're going to have a very low density. So this is actually, density is what we mean when we say wood is lighter than steel, or steel is heavier than air, or whatever. We're actually referring to the density of these objects. Now, density, the units of density, well, mass has units of kilograms, and volume has units of meters cubed in the SI unit. And so this has units of meters, kilograms per cubic meter. The density of water, liquid water, is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. So this makes, because water is such a common substance, this is actually a really inconvenient unit. Think about, this is telling us how many kilograms for 1 cubic meter. A cubic meter is going to be like this long, by this tall, by this deep. It's enormous, and of course it's going to have an enormous weight of 1,000 kilograms. So this is just not helpful intuitively at all. A better unit for water is that it's 1 kilogram per liter. A liter is also a unit of volume. So a liter then is 1/1000th of a cubic meter. Or you may have also seen this in other classes, notably chemistry. It's often quoted as 1 gram per cubic centimeter, so centimeters cubed. Now, a note on converting units like centimeters cubed and meters cubed. If you have 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, so that's the conversion between meters and centimeters. You can't just, to get to cubic centimeters to meters, you can't use the same relationship of 100. You have to cube them. So I need to cube this and cube this. And of course, 1 cubed, this is just 1 meter cubed. But 100 cubed is not 100. 100 cubed is, that's 10 to the 2. 2 times 3 is 6. So this is 10 to the 6th. This is a million cubic centimeters. So you have to be careful with your conversions here. And this is, if you want to do it in an unconfusing way, you want to follow this paradigm here. Now, while we're at it, it's useful to note that the density for air is generally about, and this is just roughly, not exactly, is about 1/1000th of the density of water. So air has a density of 1 kilogram per meter cubed. So that's, again, this amount of air. And solids like metals, for example, and this is, again, just rough, they're about 10 times denser than water. So they're going to have a density of about 10,000 kilograms per meter cubed. Okay, so these are some good numbers to just remember so that you have them on the tips of your fingers. And these are some conversions you may need just as part of life.